Hey guys, what's going on? Coming at you with a Thursday morning video. I post daily, so before I get into this, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hit the button down there. I was trying to get to 600 subs by the end of this month. Much appreciated, guys. You guys killed it. I got it there. I guess let's try to get to 700. Don't know if we're gonna do it this month, but if you hit the subscribe button down there, it's much appreciated. One really helps. So today I wanted to talk about a stock I brought up earlier this week. This time in different regards and just some FY food for thought. This is my only hotel stock, Wynn Resorts. Ticker is WYNN. So it closed yesterday at roughly, when I made this video, $86.20. Really, you know, when I initially bought this stock about 2 years ago, and kind of my mindset, especially when, you know, what happened in 2020, when everything went on lockdown, everything shut down, the hotels and cruise lines and airlines got destroyed, all three industries. So this stock was hovering around like $50, $60, $70 here and there. And I saw a really good window of opportunity, like long-term. As a long-term investor, that's what I am. If you haven't watched my previous videos, it's a really good turnaround play. And I kind of got in it and have stuck with it since. So my whole position right now is actually a long-term gain. So one of the benefits of having, if you're not familiar, short-term and long-term capital gains tax. If it's long-term, no matter basically as of right now, whatever income you're in, it's 15 or 20%. For a short-term, which is under a year of owning a stock, it's basically your tax bracket that you earn a year. So for me, it's definitely within my best interest to do long-term because it's way cheaper in taxes. So it closed yesterday at $86.20. My cost base, I was averaging costing up through about a year slowly. I was buying at 50, 60, 70. I actually bought semi-recently, a couple months ago, at like 95, 92 off those 130 highs we had. So my cost base is 75.20, and obviously long-term capital gains, minus that one little, it was a very small, like maybe 10% of it at $95. So let me rephrase that, 90% of this position is long-term capital gains. So that's what my cost base is, that's the current stock. Now, the reason it had a massive sell-off, it had like between, was it Tuesday and Wednesday, it had like a 16 to a 20% sell-off this week. And a lot of that sell-off, you know, is basically fear. So basically China said they're tightening Macau's regulations. Wow, I can't pronounce that. So if you're not familiar with what Macau is, it's basically the Wynn Resort in China. So the reason this is a problem is China's cracking down on everything. They're cracking down on video games, they're cracking down on, you know, basically any company that Alibaba got hit really hard, really any company in China that has a lot of success, they're cracking down on. So the reason they're doing that is because which they are right in a certain aspect, they say that gambling is really bad for their people. So basically, I mean, yes, that's right. People lose money and then it sets their economy back, and gambling's an addiction, and usually 99% of people that do it don't win long term, and then they become broke and then they have issues. So they're trying to tighten the restrictions and regulations there, where they want to have more control on what goes on and where the money goes and who manages it. So I did a little bit of digging. Basically in 2002, they signed a deal and it expires in 20 years. So basically it ends summer of 2022. So it's a contract basically. So I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but that's basically what it is. There's a contract that's ending. So nobody really knows at this time if they're going to renew it for 20 years, if they're going to do like a 1-year deal, if they're going to do a 3-year deal or a 5-year deal. So basically the shorter the deal is, the more risky play this stock is. So really, you know, any stock that has a lot of revenue through China, especially now with all the turmoil going on there in general, with all the regulations and control and want to see everything and get donations and stuff like that, you know, it's kind of scary to invest in right now. That's why you're seeing all these Chinese stocks getting smashed the past couple weeks. So, you know, there's two ways you can really look at this. Do you think they're going to work things out and it's going to blow through and things will be fine long term? Or do you think they're going to do a 180 and they're going to stick through this and control everything and and just not, it just won't be good for these public companies. So that's kind of something you got to figure out yourself, which I'm still trying to figure out how much risk I want to weigh in a stock like this. This is a top 8 stock of mine of 17 I currently own. Currently, right now, their revenue, Wynn's total revenue, half it comes from China right now, in Macau right now. So that's a lot. So you just got to keep that in mind. If you're willing to get in the stock, you see a massive dip, you're like, oh, I wonder why. Well, this is why, and half the revenue comes from there. So if there's regulations that come, or they step in and stop gambling, or like restrict the gambling or something like that, like that's going to hurt revenue for sure. And 50% of this company's revenue comes from China, so it's massive. So you just got to weigh that in. It's really hard to say right now. I just want to see what the market does for the next couple of weeks, or if China says anything else of what they're going to regulate or come out with or something like that. So that's kind of my thoughts on where I am on this stock. Am I going to get out of it right now? No. Am I going to sell some of my shares right now? No. I kind of want to let things play out. I think it's a little bit of an overreaction on the news. So a lot of times when this news comes out, there's like a massive panic, and then like hedge funds and all that stuff, they kind of got to figure out where they want to settle or get out before it's like the very, very bottom. So you kind of just got to let the dust settle. That's kind of where I'm at with this. I don't think it's as bad as I don't think it's going to continuously sell off the next couple of days, 5 to 10%, like it's been doing the past 2. I don't think that's going to happen. If anything, I think it's going to find a bottom, which it might have yesterday, and then start climbing back up. So that's kind of what I'm hoping. I kind of just want to let things play out. As a long-term investor, I mean, this Wynn Resorts, Macau down there it's such a big attraction and such a big revenue maker. I just couldn't. At the end of the day, China likes making money too. So they just want more control of it, and they just want to have more in their own pockets. So I don't think it's gonna like disappear, go away, or anything like that. So I think it's more just short-term fear. So I'm not willing to cash out of my position. If more bad news does come out, or if the stock gets to like 70, like $78, $79, I might just take my profits and run. And it kind of stinks because it wasn't my intention. I really thought the stock was going to run to $150, $200 once everything got back to normal. But sometimes it doesn't always go as planned. If it gets to this, at least I can say, hey, I made a couple bucks here. I didn't lose money, and let things play out. And if the stock plummets to $50, $40 again, I'd be happy to rebuy in, and then I can run my numbers based off the revenue. Like, just don't even count Macau, and just count, divide your revenue goals and your projections in half, because that's what the US makes. They have it in Vegas and Massachusetts right now. So they do have other locations. So if you just do it that way and run your numbers off that, which is why it's important to do your own research and run your own numbers based on how you value the stock. If it gets to $45, $50, I'll gladly buy it again. Like, if I want to go that direction. If I do sell this stock, I'll let you guys know. If I buy more, I'll let you guys know. Or if I just take some of my profits, I'll let you guys know too. So it's kind of my thoughts. It's a very interesting one. But that's it until tomorrow. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment below. That's it. Peace.